Man, Destiny's done, Marathon is slop, and the best Call of Duty can do is just port over Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 to PlayStation. Like, man, I miss the good old days where you could sit down and LAN party play with, you know, Halo with the buds. I miss those days. Did someone say they want to play Halo? You want to play some Halo 4? No, I'm good. No, I'm good. Hey, player, you want to play some Halo 5? Keep that abomination out of my house. I'm gonna need to get a priest to cleanse this house because of that. Hey, player, I got what you need. You want to play some Halo Infinite? The retcon of the retcon game. You know, the 10-year game that didn't even make it past one, mostly because 343 Studios had to leech off the community to make Forge maps to keep people interested. They couldn't even keep, like, basic game modes in it. Yeah, pathetic. All right, you drive a hard bargain, okay? You have a drive. Listen, I'm gonna hook you up. What about, listen to me, a Halo Combat Evolved remake? Wait, did you just say Halo remake? Listen, absolutely, Xbox Studios heard you, and you guys made it very clear that the gaming audience doesn't like any of our original Halo works. So, we've opted to copy Bungie's homework instead. That's right. That actually sounds pretty good. I'd rather have a good Halo than a bad one. Well, it's only $49.99, and we've created 3 bonus missions. All right, that doesn't sound too bad. Wow, is Halo back? And you can also spend $6.99 and get the deluxe edition, which provides a library of paid skins, and you get the ability to play the game a couple days earlier than everyone else. So you don't have to worry about all those spoilers. You can just be the first one to sign in and, you know, play it yourself. You feel me, player? You feel me? First, you gotta make an account for your account, and then to get in, you have to be able to get in your account. You feel me, brother? And then you have to give your social security in order to verify your account. Okay, we gotta make sure that you go through these loops just so you play a magnificent brand new game. And you can't even play the game offline until you've gone online to download our day one patch. But again, you can't even get into the game until you make an account. You have to be online, make an account, link it to a Microsoft account, then link it to another account and give us your social security number. Then you can download the patch, and then you have the right to play your single player game offline. Truly beautiful. You've got to be fucking kidding me! Why? This is hot. It is hot to wear all this, but man, scholars, Halo is back, baby. It's back, and it's been such a long time since it's felt like Halo. Mwah, I missed you so. Listen, I grew up with Halo Combat Evolved. The franchise is the lifeblood of my gaming career. Halo 3 was peak for my competitive era. So when 343 dropped Halo 5 and Halo Infinite, it didn't just disappoint me. It felt like they torched the family album. My heart was in pieces. Now, I do want to say that I did play all of Halo Campaign Evolved on Legendary, the way real Halo fans should. No, I haven't thrown my balls into the lasso blender yet, but it's coming. Everything you're about to hear is from the hardest difficulty the game has to offer outside of, you know, the particular brand of masochism. Spoilers! obviously. And yes, I did also play the original Combat Evolved, also on Legendary, right before this, so the comparison would be fresh in my head. And now here we are, a full remake of the Halo classic, now handled by Halo Studios, and I have to say, they did a phenomenal job dragging a 25-year-old game into the modern era. Oh, really? Who the hell are you? I'm your inner Halo purist, okay? I'm here to make sure you're not fondling the balls of Halo Studios just because you love the franchise, okay? I'm not fondling anyone's balls. Sure, I'm glazing a little bit, but I've got real criticisms, okay? Good, because this is supposed to be a brutally honest review, okay? Don't give them no free pass. I am being honest. Halo Campaign Evolved is amazing. Really? You're just going to ignore those 3 bonus missions? You're just gonna pretend they're amazing? Yeah, sod off. Whoa, I don't get why people are equating those 3 missions to the entire campaign. That said, we do need to talk about those 3 bonus missions. They deserve their own section before we touch the actual remake. Halo Studios added 3 brand new missions set about a year before Halo Reach. The premise? Master Chief and Sergeant Johnson are sent to recover a map that supposedly reveals the location of the Covenant homeworld, High Charity. During these missions, Chief runs into the Minister of Harmony, who's been experimenting on the Covenant species, apparently trying to replicate Forerunner genetic modifications to compete with the Spartan 2 program. They also find imprisoned ODST soldiers, team up, grab the map, and sabotage the ship so the minister's experiments die with it. That's the narrative? Yeah, that's it. How does getting High Charity location data even work with the original game? It never showed any of the UNSC hunting it, and the Gravemind sent Chief there in Halo 2. Maybe they're saving the payoff for the DLC? Or maybe they're just going to pad the Halo 2 remake with 3 more missions because they refuse to make multiplayer again, which means you have to buy 2 games to get the full bonus story. Extremely lame. Well, that's an assumption. Do they give you a conclusion with the story for the Mister or the map data? Not really. So half-baked narrative that might mess with even the canon story. The bonus missions also retcon the awful Elite and Jackal designs from the 343 era by explaining them as experiments. We fight experimental brutes too, and honestly, those are like the best brutes we've ever had. Hyper aggressive when they go berserk, kind of like Halo 2. Not a fan of the glowing chest as the weak point though, but still solid. The story overall, weak, forgettable. It goes nowhere. Oh, can't forget the girl boss. Williams, come on. Pretty cringe, am I right? I find this conversation exhausting. Anyone crying woke because Williams is a competent female ODST has clearly never played Halo. Miranda Keyes was a girl boss. Kat from Reach was a girl boss. Dare, another ODST, was a girl boss. The problem isn't Williams is shown to be a badass. The problem is that the entire narrative is poorly written. I actually like seeing the Spartan versus ODST lore from the books and Halo Legends finally show up in game, but the writing itself is awful. Even Master Chief and Sergeant Johnson's writing was awful. Master Chief is suddenly a chatterbox? It's a clear continuation of the make Chief more of a human, less machine that was pushed and started in Halo 4. The problem is, this is a prequel. At this point in the timeline, Chief is still a pure machine. It's what he was trained to be. I fully support a Sarge and Chief connection, but the forced buddy cop banter of Johnson feels completely off. Even the game's own writing can't keep up its story straight. At one point, Johnson asked Chief if he ever gets tired of being the strong, silent type.
Being a strong, silent type?
No.
No. Right after he's been trading banter the entire story.
We keep quiet and play our cards right, we'll be in, out, and back by dinner.
You're always hungry.
Damn right I am.
See, he's too damn talkative. I already think that you...
This up.
Till we find a way to cram an AI into that suit of yours, it's the best.
Get it, play AI. Classic Johnson had already had a good relationship with his one-sided banter with a silent or one-line chief.
You told me there wouldn't be any cameras.
And you told me you were gonna wear something nice. Folks need heroes, Chief, to give them hope. So smile, would you? But we still got something to smile about.
You look nice.
Thank you.
Here the jokes sound like they're written by millennial fan fiction. Hire an actual black comedian next time. It gets worse. We also get a scene where Chief, a badass Spartan, struggles to kill the Covenant that are lined up like it's the Revolutionary War. Not to mention, while an elite does a little dodge dance with nobody even shooting at him.
Can't touch this.
Then the Truth soundtrack kicks in and they introduce a new prophet-like character, the Minister of Harmony, who just rolls up from the shadows in the middle of the firefight like he's an actual threat. He isn't. And starts introducing the Covenant races like it's a family reunion.
Cleverness of the Kigyar. The Sangheili, long our partner since the writ of union, the burning edge of the Covenant's blade.
This grunt's name is Timmy. He was dropped on his head, so he doesn't shoot very straight. Be a good sport and chase his plasma bolts so he feels useful. Thanks. There is zero chance Master Chief, the demon, stands down for a casual chat with an enemy leader. In Halo 2, he got teleported into High Charity by the Gravemind, unarmed, and immediately grabbed a needler and started pointing at the prophets who were guarded by the brutes.
Not even the Flood can stop it. Kill the demon.
Here, the Chief completely avoids shooting at the Covenant leader when he's in plain sight and completely unprotected. The minister takes the time to monologue and deliver the line, "Are you not impressed with our work here?"
Are you not impressed with our work here?
While contributing nothing more than summoning brutes to fight for him, the narrative is thin and ultimately goes nowhere. Gameplay in these missions is the only real saving grace, though it often feels like Halo Studios just mashed together pieces of older Halos. The soundtrack are all from the original trilogy. Parts of the mission feel like Destiny's Leviathan raid, complete with purple fire and gold. The intro is literally a Star Wars style crawl in space. I couldn't believe they copied that. The space dogfight though, that part slapped. It's no Star Fox, but man, damn, I missed Halo space combat. I want more of it and I want it fleshed out. Overall, had these three missions been free DLC, they might have not completely soured the conversation and the game and hijacked every discussion about it. You know, that's a lot of negativity. How can you still call the game amazing? Simple. This is Halo Campaign Evolved, a remake of Combat Evolved, not Halo the bonus missions. Criticize the new content all you want. I bought this for the remake. That's where the real conversation belongs. It's been 25 years since the original Combat Evolved. Anniversary was just a graphical coat of paint. Campaign Evolved actually transforms the classic into something modern that both veterans and newcomers can enjoy. This is the first Halo on the Unreal Engine, and it shows. The visual upgrade is massive. Revamped maps, gorgeous skyboxes, actual background space battles around the Pillar of Autumn, a beautiful beach with stunning water design in the silent cartographer, but also breathtaking visuals during cutscenes. More on that later. Weapons keep their classic legacy while looking modern. except the shotgun has green lights instead of blue. The needler lost its bluish needles. Vehicles look amazing while feeling like the classics, and the mission designs feel like the original overall, with some caveats. More on that soon. And then there are the real problems. Cutscenes are pre-rendered 30 frames. Motion blurs crack too high in cinematics. Film grain and chromatic aberrations are forced during gameplay with no toggle. And the Forerunner architecture is so chrome and shiny, you can practically see it from space, which makes no sense because Installation 4 has been sitting out there for ages. It shouldn't look brand new. You can tell they're Unreal assets with unrealistic shine. Halo 3's Forerunner aesthetics still hold up today as the best Forerunner versions. I have to agree. I found that the biggest problem that I really had was that the chrome really took me out of the game by running around the Forerunner structures because they were, too chromy. This is the best feeling Halo combat in the franchise. Sprinting is in, but it's watered down and never feels mandatory. Perfect middle ground for those anti, but pro sprint lovers. It's the compromise. Guns feel excellent. The assault rifle is a true jack of all trades. Magnum did get nerfed, rest in peace one-shotting hunters on Legendary, but energy swords can one-tap hunters instead. I guess I should mention that energy swords, sentinel beams, and the fuel rod cannon are finally available in the campaign. They even added the beam rifle, and with it, sniper jackals. Hello, Halo 2 PTSD. Returning weapons added from the bonus missions include Brute Spiker, Brute Plasma Rifle, Needle Rifle, Halo 2 SMG, and Battle Rifle, which all can appear in the remix campaigns too. Surely you have some criticisms for the gameplay, okay? It's not all sunshine here. I do have criticisms, okay? The rocket launcher feels inconsistent. Sometimes it one shot, sometimes it takes multiple hits, even on easy mode. It doesn't feel as strong as it did in the classic. I would know because I abused rockets to beat Legendary on the classic. Vehicles are no longer indestructible by default. You now need a skull to achieve that. Same thing with having the base AR at 60 rounds, which if you have the skull on apparently breaks NPC shooting. Legendary is way overtuned. Elites chase you across the map like they're Dark Souls bosses. And barrel roll every 2 seconds. Jackals are pure evil again. Shields don't break consistently. No visual feedback on their shields. Hand hitboxes are wonky, and their charged plasma shots have aimbot that will one-shot you from across the map. I've wasted entire rocket clips on jackal packs. The Flood aren't the real villains, the jackals are. Fuck. Active camo is inconsistent. Enemies will still track and shoot you even when you're fully invisible and out of sight. Melee isn't magnetic enough. You can swing right next to an enemy and get a face kick for your trouble. Checkpoints are terrible. You'll go 10 to 15 minutes without one and then get one right in the middle of a death spiral. Thanks, Halo Studios. Come on, give me a checkpoint, give me a checkpoint, give me a checkpoint. Come on, magical checkpoint game. Checkpoint. You were giving me checkpoints all earlier. Come on. This is the time I asked for a checkpoint. Don't forget the visual hand-holding. Hand-holding is ridiculous, and you can't turn it off. On the mission Halo, visual cues like red rescue flares are tasteful and aren't the typical yellow paint. However, blue objective markers everywhere are not, and also remove the point of the tasteful visual indicators of where to go. Verbal cues are fine. Giant orange markers that highlight invisible elites after Marines warn you about them completely defeats the point of both the camo and the motion tracker. It also ruins some of the challenge of Legendary. Now to get back to some positive highlights of the gameplay. Skull hunting returns, and there are a total of 39 skulls to hunt, and some of them are actually clever. The catch skull requires a 3-minute speed run of the Keys mission on heroic or higher in order to catch the skull up the grab lift. Get out of the way. Yep. Oh, you're a bitch.
Power source detected. There's the gravity lift. Still operational. That's our way back in. The captain, his vitals are fading. Please, Chief, hurry.
Come on, go up.
We should be able to get into the ship's control room.
Got it! Ha-ha! Got it, bitch! Got it! Let's fucking go! Several other skulls require you to do mini tasks or do a little extra work to get. There may have been a skull that tilted me a little bit. I felt bad earlier, like, oh man, this just feels like it's cheating. No, fuck them. This is fucking bullshit. Oh, what the fuck? But we still have another entirely different skull to figure out where the fuck it is. Come on. Come on. This is it. This is your moment. Ah! Could you stop? I don't understand why it slides. I didn't even barely move. You slidey bitch. My main criticism is that the skulls give sound cues that essentially ruin some of the chase, as you can roll up on a skull and just hear it without trying. What about the remix campaign? Remix campaign randomizes enemies and weapons. It's not perfectly balanced, as not every enemy is completely randomized. Also, easy mode can still throw 5 gold sword elites or 4 hunters in a hallway against you. But the chaos is fun. Fighting brutes on the original ring is a blast, and it'll only get better as more games get remade with more parts of the faction released. All right, let's talk about the narration and world design. The core story is still a 1-to-1 with a few lines removed and a few small additions. You might as well talk about character visuals while you're about it. They literally made Cortana a dude. Yes, let's address the drama, okay? No, she's not woke. The original Cortana was never the hyper-sexualized version 343 Studios created in Halo 4. She had short hair, small chest, pure platonic dynamic relationship with Chief. This model is closer to the classic than those in the 343 games. Some frames do admittedly look uncanny, sure, and she gets an unnecessary god complex when she gets access to the control room, with her getting huge with no reason at all. They also replaced her classic sawed-off line in 343 Guilty Spark with an awkward "and so?"
And yet...
She also, it becomes gold in the cutscene, not her OG color, but in the same scene, Halo Studios does show a close-up of that ass. They knew what they were doing when they did that. God damn that ass! Yo, they gave her an ass! My main criticism is that they keep changing models. Stick to one! I personally prefer Halo 3's. Also, she's not purple, and the OG Cortana is purple. Sergeant Johnson looks like Steve Harvey, and the new voice just doesn't hit the same rhythmic, streetwise drill sergeant energy. He does, I can't blame the new guy. He tried. He seemed like he did his best.
Once again, it is our job to finish what the Fly Boys started. When we meet the enemy, we will rip their skulls from their spines and toss them away laughing. Am I right, Marines?
Sir, yes, sir.
Damn right I am. Now move it out. Double time.
Woo, here we go.
Attention all personnel. We are re-engaging the enemy. External and internal contact imminent.
All you greenhorns who wanted to see Covenant up close, this is gonna be your lucky day.
Man, we let those dumb bugs out to the middle of nowhere to keep them from getting their filthy claws on Earth. But we stumbled onto something that's so hot for that they're scrambling over each other to get it. Well, I don't care if it's God's own anti-son of a bitch machine or a giant hula hoop, we're not gonna let them have it. What we will let them have is a belly full of lead and a pool of their own blood to drown in. Am I right, Marines?
Sir, yes, sir!
Damn right I am.
Captain Keyes has a new face and a new voice actor who does a lot of anime dubs. It pulls me out every time I hear him.
Well, that's it then. Bring the ship back up to Combat Alert Alpha. I want everyone at their stations.
Everyone, sir?
Everyone. And Cortana. Let's give our old friends a warm welcome.
I've already begun.
They also cut classic lines such as, "I don't keep it loaded, son." Instead, Keyes hands Chief a Magnum and tells him to give it to his daughter, which is obviously connecting to Halo 2 Remake. But we miss out on the classic line in return. And you can't forget the iconic Elite roll 'em up sound, which actually the famous roll 'em up sound is actually a misheard version of the iconic Elite battle cry Wart. The real line is the sound of Sergeant Johnson's voice clip shouting, "Go, go, go," chopped up, pitched down, and played in reverse. I know, you greenhorns just learned a little bit of Halo history. It should remind you grunts what you're fighting to protect. Though some of you might be okay for Halo Studios to wipe that out. I'm sure there are things you'd like Halo Studios to remove in addition to this. Ask them real nicely. I'm sure they're happy to oblige. The Flood, though? Best they've ever been. 343 Guilty Spark is the highlight of the entire remake. Dark, horrifying, atmospheric in a way, anniversary completely lost. Dead trees, spore fog, environmental infection, improved Keyes capture cutscene.
What is that?
Where's that coming from, Mendoza?
Everywhere. I don't...
Above you!
Get out!
Oh my god, yeah, they're big.
Get out! Hold still! Hold still! God damn it, Jenkins! Fire your weapon! Sergeant, we're surrounded. Weak mother. There's too many, Sarge! Don't even think about it, Marine!
Oh my god, yeah.
Get back here, Marine! That's an order!
He ran away and then he got eaten, I think. The library is less boring as well, with actual Halo 2 flood waves on the elevator and a proper boss fight introducing the flood form tank. Not to mention the environment itself, the map design is significantly improved. Okay, but are we going to ignore the earlier rooms of the library? Yeah, there's certain rooms where Halo Studios condensed long hallways and from the original, and it looks like the walls are something someone made in Forge mode. It's really bad, and it's just unnecessary wise. Just a big room with a winding path to another door. Lastly, Captain Keyes' final scene is the biggest improvement over Combat Evolved.
Chief,
How do we free him?
it's not him. Not anymore. The captain, he's one of them. We can't let the Flood get off this ring. You know what he'd expect. What he'd want us to do.
Key's final flood form finally looks like a proto grave mind. Even in the back, you can see it forming. But also the cutscene does a better job of portraying Chief's struggle to deal with Keys. These upgrades give me real hope for the Halo 2 remake. Now let's talk about the Maw. The Maw is visually stunning. The ship is split in two, which is based on the original Bungie concept art. The Warthog run looks incredible, but it's also dirt easy, even on Legendary. Yeah, let's talk about that, okay? Halo Studios did a great job of making the Warthog run make sense visually and thematically. You're speeding through the wreckage of the downed ship, which you can see the different parts of it, see the debris everywhere, while also seeing out into the canyon that adds to the environmental storytelling. But the bridge you're supposed to meet Fohammer at is somehow still connecting the two halves of a crashed ship, which make zero sense. Whenever I get married, I hope I form a bond as strong as the bridge holding the two ship sections together, okay? Don't worry, the only rings you'll be seeing anytime soon are just the Halo ones. My biggest criticism is that the original was chaotic and punishing due to its crazy design. This one, while visually a treat and makes sense thematically, lost its soul and the challenge of the original. I failed the run on Legendary one time, and it wasn't because I died or messed up a jump. I failed because I stuck around to see Fohammer and I looked for the thirsty grunt. And that was it. Oh, is he in here? I don't care, I'll die for him.
Good thing that food nipple's waiting for me at the starship, cause man, if I worked up a big grunting thirst.
Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, we had to do it. We did it in the old school. We had to do it the new school. Lastly, the final cutscene has Master Chief fighting off a flood tank form, which I think was fine, and in my opinion was much better than being chased by a group of flood up the ramp only for the flood to just do nothing about it. But they made Chief fight off the flood and then look at Cortana and flex like, why would Master Chief care to impress Cortana? Like, why? It feels like he did the Grizzley Adams Nod meme. It's worth noting that Halo Studios also removed classic structures, weapon placements, paths, and secrets. You know, the out-of-bounds Marine on 343 Guilty Spark, for instance, and interactions, such as shooting Guilty Spark used to make him have lines that tell you to stop. Some new secrets do exist, but it stings to see iconic things become dust and echoes. Okay, what about the technical aspect of the game? Didn't you crash multiple times? Yeah, I did. The game randomly crashed on a $6,000 PC multiple times. Not only that, it doesn't shut down cleanly. You have to force kill Steam processes. Not only that, but you had other bugs, random teleportations, random deaths. There was clips of Pillar of Autumn missions, breaking. Reports of the mission keys is completely unplayable with people with certain graphics cards. Not acceptable for a $50 game, especially if you're paying extra for early access. Speaking of which, the launch was a mess. Physical disc owners played before early access players. Xbox early access was broken. On PC, you had to disable the digital manual in the DLC menu before you could actually launch the game. Early access is a scam for normal players. Don't buy it unless you're reviewing or streaming. And let's not talk about the $20 skin, skins and all that. It's a joke. This isn't a live service game. The battle rifle skin literally looks like it's a Destiny gun. Back in my day, you earned skins by playing them, by unlocking achievements, and getting codes from Mountain Dew. Skip the skins. The campaign doesn't need it. Halo Studios did a fantastic job remaking the classic. Whether you're a lifelong fan or a new one, you'll get your money's worth from the campaign. My score is an 8 out of 10. By the profits! Hold up, looks like I've got to be the redeemer in this review because it sure isn't you. First off, 8 out of 10. The game is $50. Resident Evil 4 Remake was $40 and you got the full game. Dead Space, $60 and you got the full game. Nuh-uh, shut your warding face. This isn't even the full combat evolved experience. There's no multiplayer. Halo's legacy is always a dual relationship between multiplayer and campaign. You're paying $50 for half a game. It's the same trick they pulled with Halo Infinite. Sure, you're right, the Halo remake is still good in its own way. It has some issues, but it's not worth the $50 if you already own the Master Chief Collection and you can play 2 different versions of the Halo Combat Evolved. And let's be honest, most diehard fans already own it. Also, are you really going to ignore the fact that Halo Studios just copied Bungie's homework? Oh, don't forget those bonus missions. Listen here, kiddo. 3 bonus missions aren't going to make up for the lack of multiplayer. Also, the 3 bonus missions are complete and original Halo Studios content, and they are the worst part of the game. Sure, Halo Studios has shown it's completely capable of remaking someone else's game, but you just got a window into the future of Halo with 3 original Halo Studios missions. The narrative is bland. The characterization is bastardizing, including, Chief himself got bastardized. A full original game by Halo Studios is a massive flood fart waiting for you in the future. Sure, enjoy your remake, but you'll come back to reality once a new Halo comes out because it's not looking good, Chief. A half-ass game deserves a half-ass score. 5 out of 10 from a Halo purist. I'm yanking myself out of this review. Fuck you. Sorry. I'm sticking to the 8 out of 10 like a plasma grenade. Scholars, this has been my brutally honest review for Halo Campaign Evolved. I'll see you ringside. Now it's time to take on Lasso, baby. Let's go do this.